House of Representatives. The House has received the report of its Committee on Appropriations, which considered the supplementary budget of 2.1 trillion naira submitted to the House by the President. At this point in time, I have joining me the Chairman, House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Honorable Akin Rotimi. Honorable Rotimi, can you give us a sense of some of the motions and bills that have been considered today and how they will impact on the socio-economic well-being of Nigerians?
Thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon to viewers at home. Today has been a very eventful plenary day, which caps off a very eventful week. Today we had a number of motions of urgent public importance. We had one from Honorable Marie Eribake, who brought up the issue of very inciting statements that have been made by some of the political actors in Bayelsa State ahead of the elections, and her prayers was that Mr. President should be able to weigh in to ensure that this sort of rhetoric that can lead down to breakdown of law and order should be constrained. I also moved a motion of urgent public importance concerning the Ikole-Omo Road, which has been dilapidated for the past 8 weeks. It's now totally impassable. In fact, you have upwards of 200 trucks and trailers that are there, and which has led to security challenges because a lot of strange faces are now going into the communities of Odoayedun, Okeayedun, Esun, Ayebode, and that entire stretch. It affects everybody in Ikole local government largely, but all Nigerians, because it's a federal road that connects the north and the south together. Today we also had our 25 bill that we first reading today. Also we had another bill that was that passed second reading today, and I'd just like to read the short title of it. It's a bill for an act to enact the Nigerian Content, Non-Oil and Gas Sector Development Board, and essentially to provide for a program and structure for the use of Nigerian expertise in Nigerian goods and services, economic diversification, and for related matters. This bill passed second reading today, was read for the second time, and it stands in the name of Honorable Ogundu Kingsley Chida and 38 others. Of course, you know that Honorable Chida is the minority leader, and you see that such an important bill at this point in time when we're talking about beneficiation, backward integration, and also using more of made in Nigeria products, and using more of local content is very important at this point in time. And you see that the number of people that are co-sponsoring this motion, about 38. So that essentially is about over 10% of the House, have promoted this bill, which is very important to us. Of course, it's still second reading. I'm sure that further legislative action will be taken on it. In terms of reports, we had, of course, like you mentioned, very important report on the consideration of the Appropriation Committee, which is led by Honorable Abubakar. The Appropriation Committee considered the proposal for the 2.176 trillion budget for supplementary budget which was submitted from the presidency on Tuesday. So they did a lot of extensive work. All the heads of the agencies came from Defense, Housing, FCT, Agric and Food Security, all came to come and defend the budget yesterday, and we have the report ready today because we know that it's important. They are
likely to be passed today?
Will be considered today, and I believe very much that I don't see any reason why it will be passed, because the Appropriation Committee has done a very diligent work with the cooperation of the MDAs. Yes, so I believe that it should be passed today.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Honorable. That has been NTA's live telecast of plenary proceedings from the National Assembly, House of Representatives. Just like we indicated earlier, we expected that the supplementary budget will be considered by House Committee on Supply today, and you can be sure we'll give you details of the outcome of the consideration. That has been our live telecast. On behalf of NTA's outside broadcast crew, we thank you so much for watching. My name is Tyre Ikwen, and I now hand you over to our studios for a continuation of our program schedule for the
particular bill